Hello everyone, I greet in the name of God Almighty. My name is Apostle Nathan Silas, and today we have a very interesting video to react to by Nouman Alikhan, and he will be explaining Surah Raman, and he says that when the purpose is missing. I believe that it's gonna be a very educative video, so I decided to share this with you for some of us to understand our purpose, and our purpose not just here on earth in a sense in general, but then we just look at the purpose of God in our life. I believe that this is going to be a very interesting one and something that will educate us. So if today happens to be the first time of you checking out my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Facebook and Instagram. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to check it out. So guys, before we get on to the video, I'm a theologian and I make this video not to discredit anyone's religion. This is basically for educational purposes, and I believe that at the end of this video we all are going to learn from this. So guys, without any further ado, let's get down to this video and check this out. All right, when the purpose
The Quran's
is
not
missing.
talking about happiness. What's the Quran talking about? Purpose. You know why? Because when you live a life of purpose, then you get some byproduct. And you know what the first byproduct of that is? Happiness. Happiness is not a goal, it is a byproduct. Allah gives and He gives and He gives, and guess what happens? People become entitled. And the amount of audacity it takes to say, I didn't ask to be created. I didn't ask to be alive. Why are you so depressed? Because I used to have a lot of friends and now they don't like me. Or because she left me or he left me. That's why the universe shouldn't have created me. You see how like absurdly petty we become, and this is what happens when purpose is missing. By the way, when purpose is missing, the smallest thing becomes your purpose. And when that smallest thing goes this way or that way, I don't want to exist. I don't want to believe in God. I don't want to believe in anything because I didn't get my way. Ya Allah. This is when human beings forget who made the Ar-Rahman made you with guidance. When you follow that guidance, you will not live a miserable life. And this is an incredible secret in the Quran. You know, Allah doesn't talk about happiness in the Quran. People come ask me, Ustad, can you tell me some ayahs about how to be happy? You know why? Because in the modern age, in the postmodern age, happiness is a goal. You know that, right? Happiness is a goal now. So how to be happy, videos have very high views. Watch this and you will be happy. You know, how to find happiness in your life. Oh my God. And everybody's got some, Hadith Abu Jahl, TikTok, on finding the secret to happiness. What is the Quran? The Quran's not talking about happiness. What's the Quran talking about? Purpose. You know why? Because when you live a life of purpose, then you get some byproduct. And you know what the first byproduct of that is? Happiness. Happiness is not a goal, it is a byproduct. Actually, when people study the Quran, when they engage with the Quran, what are they engaging with? Purpose. And what does Allah say about this purpose? فَبِذَلِكَ فَلْيَفْرَحُوا. And because of that, they should be filled with joy. He mentions happiness when they are pursuing Allah's word, because now you have actual substance in your life. And by the way, the most miserable people you will find in this world are people who are running after happiness. The one thing they don't have is happiness. Like, why can't I just be happy? I feel like something's missing. Yeah. Something's definitely missing. When Allah gave us the Quran, He knew our emotions. He knew, my psychological tendencies, my weaknesses, my strengths. He knew all of that, and He took all of that into consideration and then gave me the Quran. He says, أَلَا يَعْلَمُ مَنْ خَلَقَ. Doesn't He know who He created? So the Quran is actually taking into consideration, you say, I feel like my mother doesn't understand me. I feel like nobody gets me. I feel like, okay, you know what? Nobody does get you. You know someone who does get you though? Is Allah. And after getting you, He taught you the Quran. Like after getting you. So when you study His word, you're studying, you're learning from someone who gets you inside and out. He sees from deep within you to the outside. Parts of you that nobody else knows about, He knows about them. He knows them inside and out. And then He gave you this word because He knows exactly what you need to hear. What we develop this individualistic attitude? Yeah, I know it says it in the Quran, but I have a special situation. I have a different problem. Everybody wants to be different. You know what that is? You want Allah to give you revelation directly for you. Because what Allah gave isn't special enough for you. You're too special for the Quran. This is actually the attitude. Watch out. You don't say it, I'll say it for you. I'll say it for you. This attitude is just masking, very thinly masking one thing. I am too exceptional for the exceptional word of Allah. And that's why I don't come to Allah's book. That's why I don't come to it. I want Allah to answer my questions on my terms. Like Allah owes me an answer. You know where this comes from? This comes from what's that? Siri and Alexa and Google and AI now. They're there to answer whose questions? Your questions. And what do we do with the Quran? Tell me what the Quran says about raising children. Tell me what the Quran says about women. Tell me what the Quran says about this. Tell me what the Quran says about that. Really? The Quran is your Google now. It's your ChatGPT. It's there to answer your question. Allah is the one asking the questions. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Who's asking the questions? It's Allah. He made you. He's giving you a sense of purpose by asking you pointed questions. And here you and I think, we're in a position to be the ones asking the questions. We're the ones that have, until our curiosities are met, until we are impressed, I'll hear the answer, then I'll decide how many stars to give the answer. SubhanAllah. How far we've come. He says He created the human being, and He knows human beings can go very dark ways if they lose sight of guidance. And that's why He gave them the Quran. So now on the one hand, He says, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. Human beings have amazing potential. They were created in the most beautiful form. And He says, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ. Human beings were created in toil and labor and difficulty and stress and anxiety. All of that is inside the word kabad. Then He says, خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ ضَعِيفًا. He created the human being weak. Human beings were created weak. So He knows that we're weak. He knows we're stressed. He knows we're under a lot of pressure. Then He talks about men in particular. He says, زُيَّنَ لِلنَّاسِ حُبُّ الشَّهَوَاتِ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ وَالْبَنِينَ. Men were, what was beautified for men was their desire for women and children and piles of wealth, of gold and silver, and then branded horses or horsepower, right? And then cattle, which means investments that breed more wealth, because the cow gives you milk and then it gives you calves and then they give milk. Investments that compound on themselves, right? ROI, right? An'am. And then harth, return on investment, the bonus at the end of the year. That's al-harth. This is what was beautified for men. He knows all of that, and knowing all of that, He gave the Quran. Knowing all of it. So when He says خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانِ, is a very loaded statement. He created the human being, and so He's in a best position to tell human beings how to live the best kind of life they can.
Hey guys, you just watched a small clip of me explaining the Quran in depth as part of the Deeper Look series. Studying the Quran in depth can seem like a really intimidating thing that's only meant for scholars. Our job at Bayyinah is to make deeper study of the Quran accessible and easy for all of you. So take us up on that challenge. Join us for this study, the Deeper Look of the Quran, for this surah and many other surahs on BayyinahTV.com under the Deeper Look section.
Wow, that's a very interesting video learning about our purpose, of course, in this very video by Nouman Alikhan. And of course, he says in the video that when the purpose is missing, then minor things now become our purpose, and then when it is now taken away from us, and then we begin to question God. At that point in time, we begin to question our own living, and then people started giving up on God. People started wandering away. And then this video is to make us to understand that our purpose is actually in God, and not about some of the things that we see here on this very earth, because people have put their trust in material things. and then it always in a sense fails. Some even put in a sense their purpose and everything in a sense on humans, and then once those humans or that person in a sense is taken away in a sense from you, and then at that point in time people feels like, what is the aim of living? And then at that point in time they just even want to just take away, you understand, their life, whereas you understand that is not supposed to be their purpose. Okay, let me try to break this down to understand a little bit. Some people could be like, I have a boyfriend or I have a husband, right? And this is what the husband is doing, and I'm trying to align my purpose, okay, with him, that's as a woman. And then if something should happen, you understand, at the course of the marriage, and then there is a divorce, then at that point in time it's gonna hurt, you understand, the woman. Why? Because she totally, you understand, put her purpose, you understand, and everything on him. And then since, you understand, it's not working out, and then at that point in time she just feels like, you understand, her life is being taken away. And that's why, you understand, the religious books, you understand, and the Bible have been saying that what, that we should trust in God. There is no any verse in the Bible that says that what, trust, you understand, man, or trust, you understand, anyone or anything, you understand, created here on this very earth. No. But we are supposed to trust in God, because that's the only person that will not fail us, which I believe that this is also applicable in a sense in the Quran. What you're supposed to put your purpose is actually on God and not on human or any other creation, because when you do so, you are going to get your heart, understand, broken. Many ladies have put, understand, their heart, their purpose and their trust on men, and then at the end of the day they got their heart, understand, broken. Likewise, understand, also men, they see themselves, understand, with some certain women, and then when it fails, and then therefore it breaks them down. Some also put, understand, their purpose and everything on their job or on money, and then when it is not works out or things didn't go as they plan, and then therefore it makes them feel depressed. And then some people who may not be able to handle it well end up committing suicide and then take away, you understand, their life. So many people, you understand, have done this, you understand, in the past, and they end up, you understand, getting their life, you understand, destroyed. That is why we are encouraging one another to put our purpose on God, for God has sent us here on this very earth, and he has given us a responsibilities, and it has been expected for us, you understand, to do what he has asked us to do, which is our primary purpose, you understand, of being here on this very earth. Let's not be carried away by what is happening here, so that we should not end up losing our life, losing our purpose, and also lose eternity. A very interesting video, and I hope that we must have learned few things, you understand, at the course of this video. So this is the end of my video. If you like my reaction, you should like, share and subscribe. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to check it out. So guys, you remain blessed, and I see you in my next video. Bye bye.